Imagine waking up one day and needing help to get out of bed. Age-related muscle loss quietly takes away the independence of millions of older adults. This is no longer a distant prospect for these individuals. Rather, it has become a terrible reality for many due to age-related muscle loss. As a result of a disease that may be avoided entirely, over 50 elderly people will be admitted to the hospital in the short amount of time that it takes you to view this movie fully. The majority of people don't even understand what's going on until it's too late, which is the most frightening aspect of the situation. Overcrowded nursing facilities are pushing families into crisis, and the situation continues to worsen. What would you call a method to slow or reverse muscle loss? Research by the Harvard Medical School found that many traditional foods contain unique substances capable of reactivating muscle regeneration, even in people in their 70s or 80s. The most shocking part is that some meals on today's list may not be in your kitchen. Their performance in clinical studies, however, was superior to that of prescription drugs. In fact, 5 out of the 8 meals have shown benefits that are more obvious than those of medicine, assisting in the restoration of muscle mass that many medical professionals continue to assume is permanently gone. There was a certain cuisine that was able to arrest the loss of muscle in 9 out of 10 patients in only 6 weeks. Before we get started, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of the other life-changing health films that are supported by scientific evidence. At this point, let's take a look at 8 potent meals that may help you preserve your muscle mass beyond the age of 60. Be prepared to be surprised by number 7. Number 1. Greek yogurt comes in first place. The use of Greek yogurt, as opposed to conventional yogurt, is a fantastic alternative for older individuals who are attempting to preserve their muscle mass. The straining process, which removes extra liquid and creates a more concentrated nutritional profile, doubles the protein content in this type of yogurt. There are around 15 to 20 grams of high-quality protein in a serving size of 6 ounces, which is approximately 170 grams. Protein is an essential component for maintaining muscle mass. The casein protein found in Greek yogurt is a form of protein that is digested slowly and supplies amino acids to the muscles in a steady manner over the course of many hours. This advantage is particularly beneficial for those who are older, and it is even more effective when ingested before sleep. This is because it helps minimize muscle breakdown during the nighttime fasting period, which is normally a time when muscle loss is at its highest. In addition, Greek yogurt has a high concentration of calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus, which are all critical nutrients that are required for the maintenance of strong bones and the normal functioning of muscles. Additionally, Greek yogurt includes probiotics, which are excellent for gut health. Research is increasingly showing that this area is critical for nutrient absorption and inflammatory management, both of which are essential for maintaining muscle health. Selecting Greek yogurt in its simple form will provide the most favorable outcomes. Avoid pre-flavored varieties as they often contain too much sugar. Choose full-fat, unsweetened versions instead, and customize the flavor by adding berries, nuts, or a little honey to the mixture and mixing it together. It is advised that you include Greek yogurt in your diet 3 to 4 times each week, particularly as a snack in the evening or throughout the day. Notably, research that was published in the Journal of the American Medical Directors Association demonstrated that older individuals who consumed whey protein reported substantial gains in their muscular strength, mobility, and balance, even though they did not engage in any kind of physical activity. These effects were greatly amplified when they were paired with weight exercise. Whey protein is the second most effective meal for addressing the issue of age-related muscle loss in older individuals. Whey protein is believed to be the most effective food. Milk provides this protein, which has the highest leucine concentration of any natural food. Milk is the source of this protein. Even in aging muscle tissue that has become less receptive to growth signals, leucine, which is an important amino acid, has a direct function in boosting muscle protein synthesis. This is true even in muscle tissue that has grown mature. It is particularly beneficial for elderly citizens to consume whey because of its incredibly quick digestion and absorption, which causes a rapid rise in the levels of amino acids in the blood. This process is a significant component in combating anabolic resistance, a common issue in aging muscles. It was shown in significant research conducted by McMaster University that older individuals who drank whey protein were able to retain their muscle mass 40% more efficiently than those who received the same quantity of protein from ordinary dietary sources. In addition to containing protein, whey also includes bioactive peptides that improve insulin sensitivity, increase blood flow to the muscles, and decrease inflammation. These are all important elements in maintaining muscle mass as we get older. More than that, the cysteine that is found in whey helps promote the development of antioxidants, which in turn help prevent oxidative damage, which is a process that speeds up with age. Another noteworthy research study that was published in the Journal of the American Medical Directors Association showed that older individuals who consumed whey protein saw substantial increases in their muscular strength, mobility, and balance, even when they did not engage in physical activity. Including resistance exercise in the routine significantly improved the magnitude of these advantages. It is recommended that you ingest 20 to 30 grams of whey protein on a daily basis, especially within 30 minutes after finishing a workout, for the best possible results. We recommend selecting whey isolate or concentrate that has undergone minimal processing and does not contain any added sugars or natural components. If you have a sensitivity to dairy products, you may find that hydrolyzed whey is simpler to stomach. Whey may be combined with water or milk, or it can be blended into a smoothie along with berries and other nutrients to provide a more complete meal that is beneficial to the preservation of muscle mass. Number 3, lean beef, low-fat beef provides an unrivaled mix of high-quality protein and critical nutrients, all of which are needed for the maintenance of muscle mass in older individuals. About 25 grams of total protein may be found in a serving of beef that is 4 ounces in size, about 113 grams. This specific kind of protein possesses an amino acid structure that is especially well suited to the requirements of human muscle tissue. Due to the significant amount of leucine that it contains, beef is an important food for older citizens. Leucine is one of the amino acids that can directly activate the mTOR pathway, an essential route for muscle protein synthesis. For older people, the consumption of leucine is necessary to attain the same muscle-building results as younger individuals. Older adults' muscles react less effectively to growth signals. There are many different dietary sources available. However, beef has one of the greatest amounts of leucine of all of them. In addition to being a source of protein, beef is also a source of creatine, which is a chemical that increases the volume of muscle and the amount of energy that can be stored. It is normal for young individuals to have the potential to create sufficient amounts of creatine. However, this capacity decreases with rising age. The evidence indicates that as the body's capacity to produce creatine and other critical nutrients decreases, the need for dietary sources increases. In addition, beef also has a high bioavailability of iron, zinc, and B vitamins, all of which are essential for the metabolism of energy and the delivery of oxygen to the muscles. In research that was carried out by McMaster University, it was found that older individuals who ingested lean red meat exhibited much better improvements in muscular strength when paired with resistance exercise. This finding was in comparison to a group that received the same amount of protein from plant-based sources. If you want to keep your muscle mass without putting your heart health at risk, choose lean cuts of meat such as round, sirloin, or tenderloin, and restrict your consumption to 2 to 3 meals per week. A serving size of 4 to 6 ounces, about 113 to 170 grams, is necessary. There are additional advantages associated with grass-fed beef because of its better lipid content, which includes greater amounts of omega-3 fatty acids, which are known to reduce inflammation. Number 4, fatty fish, which includes salmon, mackerel, and sardines, is highly regarded for its ability to preserve muscle mass, an important function for aging individuals. The omega-3 fatty acids that they contain, especially EPA and DHA, have been demonstrated in clinical studies to greatly decrease inflammation, which is a critical element that leads to the breakdown of muscle in aging bodies. Omega-3 fatty acids are the most essential components in salmon. A 4-ounce, approximately 113 grams, serving of salmon contains about 20 grams of complete protein. This kind of protein helps to maintain and rebuild muscle tissue by providing all of the necessary amino acids that are required for this process. Fatty fish contains omega-3 fatty acids, which improve the sensitivity of muscles to protein. This means that the protein you ingest will be more effective in boosting muscle development if you consume fatty fish. For older individuals, this is a crucial factor to consider, as their bodies tend to absorb and respond less efficiently to the benefits of protein as they age. A study that was conducted and published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older people who ate fatty fish twice a week saw a considerable reduction in the amount of muscle loss that occurred over a period of 3 years. This improvement was in comparison to those individuals who ingested fish only on an infrequent basis. The vitamin D that may be found in these fish is even more significant when one considers the fact that a significant number of elderly people are vitamin D deficient. Another benefit of vitamin D is that it enhances the strength and function of muscles. To get the best potential outcomes, it is recommended to consume fatty fish at least twice per week, ideally wild-caught types to the greatest extent feasible. In the event that cooking fish is too challenging, taking fish oil on a daily basis may also be advantageous. Nonetheless, complete foods continue to be the superior option. When it comes to the maintenance of muscle mass in older persons, eggs are often considered one of the most adaptable and cost-effective meals. People rank eggs as the 5th most advantageous food. Although many people just concentrate on egg whites, the entire egg has a virtually optimal mix of nutrients, which is particularly good for muscles that are gradually aging. The protein found in eggs receives a high score on the biological value scale, which indicates that your body is able to make effective use of it to maintain muscle mass. A large egg contains a full quantity of protein, including leucine, an amino acid that directly enhances muscle protein synthesis. This benefit is of utmost significance for older individuals, since their muscles are less sensitive to the signals that indicate increased development. It is important to note that the egg yolk provides about half of this protein in addition to other critical elements like choline, vitamin D, and leucine, respectively. According to the findings of recent research conducted by the University of Illinois, when comparing whole eggs to egg whites alone with the same quantity of protein, the consumption of whole eggs after exercise generated a muscle-building reaction that was 40% greater than the response induced by egg whites alone. This finding is particularly significant for older individuals because the nutrients in egg yolks can help overcome age-related limitations to muscle development. Eggs were shunned by a significant number of older citizens in the past who were concerned about their cholesterol levels. However, these worries have been substantially disproved. Recent studies have shown that eating eggs in moderation, up to 7 eggs per week, does not seem to significantly raise the risk of developing cardiovascular disease, and may even be beneficial in terms of lowering cholesterol levels. It is possible to attain the greatest effects by including eggs in your diet. It is recommended that you consume 1 to 2 eggs on a daily basis, particularly during breakfast, which is often a period when protein consumption is minimal. Hard-boiled eggs are a great snack for seniors who can't cook or have limited energy. Nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds provide a potent mix of plant-based protein, healthy fats, and critical elements that assist in the preservation of muscle mass in those who are of an advanced age. Although they do not contain as much protein as resources derived from animals, the distinctive nutritional profile of these foods offers substantial advantages for the maintenance of muscle. Pumpkin seeds, walnuts, and almonds are 3 types of nuts that are very helpful. 1/4 of a cup of almonds contains around 6 grams of protein and magnesium, a mineral that is often lacking in older individuals. Magnesium is an essential element that plays a crucial role in the contraction of muscles and the creation of energy. A magnesium deficiency is associated with a quicker loss of muscle mass and a rise in cramp frequency. Walnuts include a high concentration of alpha-linolenic acid, which is an omega-3 fatty acid that is derived from plants. And it helps prevent chronic inflammation, which is a factor that may contribute to the breakdown of muscle tissue. Zinc, which is abundant in pumpkin seeds and essential for maintaining muscle, supports the synthesis of testosterone, a hormone that diminishes with age but remains crucial for sustaining strength even in older individuals. Because it is a potent antioxidant, vitamin E, which can be found in the majority of nuts and seeds, protects the membranes of muscle cells from the oxidative damage that is associated with aging. The findings of a study conducted by Tufts University indicate that older individuals who had greater amounts of vitamin E in their blood saw a considerably reduced amount of muscle reduction. 1 to 2 ounces, which is equal to 28 to 56 grams of nuts and seeds, should be consumed on a daily basis to properly sustain muscle. Because of the relatively large number of calories that they contain, mixed nuts should be divided into tiny pieces and stored in separate containers to prevent overeating. If you have problems with fluid retention or high blood pressure, it is particularly important to choose kinds that do not include salt. On our list, berries come in at number 7 because of their high quality. Although at first sight, these meals do not seem to have any direct connection to the preservation of muscles. The high antioxidant content of these foods plays a significant role in protecting the muscle tissue that is aging. Oxidative stress is a condition that leads to muscle degeneration and makes recovery more difficult. As we become older, Our muscles become more susceptible to this stress, which makes recovery more difficult. Anthocyanins and other polyphenols, which may be found in blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries, serve to protect the membranes of muscle cells and the mitochondria, which are the units responsible for producing energy inside muscle cells, from becoming damaged. These polyphenols can combat free radicals and protect themselves from causing harm to tissues. An investigation conducted at Tufts University came to the conclusion that the consumption of blueberries, in particular, enhanced the physical performance of older individuals and facilitated the healing of their muscles. Additionally, berries have the capacity to impact signaling molecules known as cytokines, which are helpful in the management of disorders associated with inflammation. Chronic inflammation, which is a feature of aging, dramatically increases the destruction of muscle tissue, in contrast to acute inflammation, which is essential for the adaptability and growth of muscles. Because of the natural sweetness that they possess, dried berries or snacks that are based on berries are an excellent alternative to sweets that are less healthful. The 8th item on the list is olive oil. Olive oil, particularly the extra virgin version, is unique in that it includes components that directly alter the systems that are responsible for the age-related loss of muscle. Although it does not include any protein, olive oil is an important component of a diet that is designed to preserve the muscles of older individuals because of its anti-inflammatory characteristics. Olive oil contains a chemical called oleocanthal, which has a similar effect to that of ibuprofen. It helps to decrease chronic low-grade inflammation, which is a component that contributes to the breakdown of muscle tissue in aging individuals. Research conducted at Louisiana University discovered that oleocanthal has the ability to precisely block enzymes that are involved in the breakdown of muscle protein. Additionally, olive oil improves insulin sensitivity, which is particularly significant due to the fact that insulin resistance, which is prevalent in older people, hinders the muscle's capacity to make effective use of protein. Olive oil contains monounsaturated fats, which are very beneficial to the production of hormones such as testosterone and growth hormones. Although these hormones tend to decrease with age, they continue to be essential for the preservation of muscle mass. According to the findings of research conducted by the Pre-Med Project, older individuals who consumed olive oil on a daily basis as part of a Mediterranean diet had considerably improved muscular strength and decreased rates of frailty over a period of 5 years when compared to those who consumed low-fat versions of the same diet. Consume 2 to 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil on a daily basis to get the best possible results. You may use it in salad dressings, and you can also pour it over veggies that have been cooked. You can also use it for cooking at low temperatures. Store olive oil in a dark, heat-resistant container. Also, check the bottle's harvest date to ensure freshness. After reaching the age of 60, the following 8 meals are most effective in helping you maintain and even rebuild your muscle mass. Muscle is not just about beauty. It also leads to independence, balance, a stronger metabolism, and a healthier, more meaningful life as you age. Incorporating these potent nutrients into your daily diet not only slows down the process of muscle degeneration, but you are also actively rewriting the future of your health. Currently, it's your time. Please tell me which of these dishes you have previously tried. Have you had any noticeable gains in your mobility, strength, or energy levels? You are welcome to share your experience with us in the comments section below. We are always here to listen and cheer you on. It is also important to remember to give our channel a like, subscribe to it, and enable alerts so that you may continue to learn about easy, scientifically supported methods to live a better lifestyle, beginning with the tiniest of things. I am grateful that you watched, and I hope to see you in the future video.